Exercise. While loop. Exercise objective. Create an exercise of the while loop. At the end, we should observe the following. We're going to create the while loop project, so click on File, a new project. Select Java, after that Java application, and click on Next. The project name is while loop. The project location is lesson 5, and click on Finish. We will create the while loop test.java class. So right click on the project, select New and Java class. The class name is while loop test. The package name is test, and click on Finish. Modify the code. The package name is test. The class name while loop test, and we add a main method. We declare a variable counter equals to 0 of type int. After that, we declare a variable called limit equals to 10 of type int. We add a comment prints from 0 to 9. It means 10 elements. And we use the while loop. While the counter is less than the limit, we will repeat this sentence, and we will print the value of the counter. In this loop, we need to control the counter. We need to increase the counter. If not, we will end with an infinite loop. So we increase the counter, and we finish the while loop. So this loop will print the counter while the counter is less than the limit. So it will print from 0 to 9. It means 10 elements. We close the main method, and we close the class. We execute our project, select the class, right-click, and run file. And we can see the output. The counter is increased from 0 to 9. So we don't have an infinite loop because we increased the counter. That is how the while loop works. We now will create a second version of the exercise. We will add a new class, so right-click on the project, New and Java class. The class name is while loop test v2. The package name is test, and click on Finish. And the code is almost the same, and we define a package name test. We will import the class scanner because we will ask how many elements the user wants to print. So this is the syntax to import a class. Import java.util is the name of the package of the class scanner. So we import this class. After that, we declare our class, public class while loop test v2. We declare the main method, and we print, asking the user, enter the number of elements to iterate. Define the variable max elements of type int, and we will use the class scanner. This class is used to read data from the user, and we pass the input using system.in. After that, we read the value provided by the user using the method scanner.nextInt, and we assign it to the max element variable. We declare a variable called counter and initialize the counter to 0. And we use the while loop. In this case, the loop will be executed as many times as the counter is less than max elements. And we print the counter, and we will increase the counter. We end the loop, end the main method, and end the class. So the difference in this case is that we are asking the user to provide how many elements he wants to print. Execute the project. In this case, select the class while loop test v2, right-click, and select run file. And we are asking the user to enter the number of elements to iterate. If the user gives the value of 5, we will see the counter to increase from 0 to 4. In case of problems, remember to write every line of code that we give you. Do not copy and paste from the ebooks. Only in case of problems, you can always use the documentation or the result projects that we give you in each exercise to check any problems in your code. Exercise conclusion. With this exercise, we have implemented the handling of the while loop. The while loop, as we could observe, we can repeat instructions. However, we need to have control of the expressions to be evaluated, as well as the counter if we are using it. This is to avoid infinite loops.